be. You can talk to me any.
Hi, everybody. Nobody's here yet. All right. Wait. Just waiting for Tammy Talks Tuesday.
Oh no!
And my phone keeps getting messages. I apologize about that. All right. I'm going to join my live so I can read all your comments once people arrive. We're a tiny bit early. Tiny bit. Yes. Oh, my glasses are dirty. There we go. All right. We'll wait for people to come. At least one person to come. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my chair legs are, our chair leg is being wonky. All right. Why am I? It's showing that I'm buffering here on my tablet. I'm trying to get my tablet up and running so that I can read everyone's comments. There we go. Let's see how that works. It says it's showing that I'm having trouble connecting on my tablet, but my tablet is sometimes wonky. So anyways, still nobody here yet. Oh well. We'll see if my tablet will start working. There we go. My tablet is working, but no sound. Yeah. Well, everybody, welcome to Tammy Talks Tuesday. My tablet is not, it says it shows me as I'm buffering, but I'm wondering if my tablet's just being silly because I haven't turned my, there we go. Maybe that'll stop it from doing it. I don't know. Can't read anyone's comments yet. Now it's saying, please check your internet connection. So now we're going to retry and see what happens. Ah, there we go. I am on there. So hi, everyone. If you want to chat, go ahead and comment in the chat. All right. There we go. I think we're caught up here. Yep, I'm on there live. Got it. All right. So I have my tablet. Hi, Leslie. So I wanted to show you something interesting that I bought a doll a little while ago. Now, I didn't do a box opening. And the reason I didn't do a box opening was because I was intending, I bought this doll. I don't know who the artist is. I know nothing about it, like about the artist that painted it originally. Now it is just a stripped kit. It doesn't have any paint on it at all right now. But I bought it because it is a limited edition sold out kit. So I stripped it. It was very lightly rooted. Some of the hairs, I still haven't gotten all of them out of the head yet. I'm going to reroot it at some point. I'm going to be rerooting her or it. I stripped it to the best that I could strip it. It's pretty much a blank sculpt now. And it is it's Emma by Natalie Scholl. So yeah, and I got it at a really great price. I couldn't get everything out of the couple of the creases and stuff, but I got it at a pretty great price. So I bought it and I'm going to redo it, and it's a baby for myself, for my own personal collection, because I really wanted this sculpt. I really like this sculpt. Yeah, it's the Emma by Natalie Scholl. It says Natalie Scholl on the back of its neck. It has some pretty nice limbs. I'll show you the limbs. I like the size of the feet. It's got really nice sized feet. Quite nice sized feet. So yeah, there's the feet. And then its hands. This one's very unique. Very unique hand. I absolutely think that's amazing. And then this one. So yeah, this is going to be my project for myself. She's all clean. I stripped her, I washed her and dried her, and she's all ready to go to be put together or to be worked on. At some point, if I had another drying rack, I'd be working on her already. But I don't have another drying rack. I only have this one back here, which I have. This sculpt is the, which one are you? Okay. This one is, I don't remember. Who am I making? I am making, don't mind my big old butt getting in the way here. Hold on, I'm just gotta move this cord because it's bugging me. I keep my tablet plugged in, otherwise my tablet, don't mind my big old butt in the camera. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I'm working, okay, one is Georgia, and the other one is Estelle. And I think that one is Estelle, and I think this one is Georgia. No, this is Estelle. Okay, so that's Georgia by Tina Kiwi back here on the thing. And then this one here is Estelle by Linda Schuer. And yeah, so this is the face of Estelle that I'm working on. She's working towards it. She's, all her creases are done now. And then these are her legs. And then she was just baked yesterday. I baked her. I did a bake on her. So she was sitting on my, I don't put my babies, just a little tip that I found it the hard way in a sense. Not really so much the hard way, but when I first started out reborning, I was using this rack, this drying rack, which is amazing drying rack. John made it for me. It's absolutely awesome. I love it. But when he started, or when he made it, the ends of these posts are kind of, you know, big in a sense. I have to get this off. There we go. They're kind of a big little post. Big little? That makes no sense, does it? Anyway, they're kind of a big post. And it wasn't so bad, like if you put your limbs on, like these limbs only go in so far and they don't just kind of balance on the end of it. But when you put, when you heat your limbs in the oven, the vinyl becomes very, very soft. And when you heat them and then you put them onto something like this, it pushes up on the vinyl and it'll make a bump. Literally, I'm the first kit I did, I made a bump in it. And I was like, uh-oh, what do I do now? Because like that wasn't in my class. I didn't learn that. What do you do in that instance? So I had to turn this lamp a little tiny bit. There we go. The base is driving me nuts. So my cords are stuck on the floor and behind me. So I learned not. Okay, stop that. I learned not to put them on here when they're still hot and warm. So what I do is I carry the babies back and forth from the oven on a cookie sheet with a puppy pad on it. I just put a puppy pad on the cookie sheet and I carry the babies from the oven to my nursery because then my oven's out in the kitchen. I use it underneath the air vent, so yeah, I can have the air vent going. So, but I'm working on creasing a twin A right now because that's the third kit I'm working on is twin A. I have done the bake on the hands and the arms. veining and the creasing is done on the arms and the leg, and the both arms, and I have done the veining and creasing on, oh, I will get out of that. There we go, that's better lighting. So I have the veining and the creasing done on the belly plate. So now I just need to, because I baked the belly plate and the arms in one bake together. And so I have creased the head. So the head is done and creased. And she, or it, I mean, it's going to be a boy actually. It's all creased up. It's hard to show you the coloring because the light fades it out a bit. And I just need to finish creasing the legs, which is something I have to get started on at some point, getting the legs done. So how is everybody? I hope everybody is well. I have been crazy busy. We got our granddaughter yesterday, so I apologize for no video yesterday. If I make a video and if she's in it, my comments get blocked. So I have tried to not have her in my videos just for that purpose, because I don't want my comments blocked. In your first class, you used a heat gun. Oh, you used a heat gun, Leslie, to heat the paint instead of using an oven, like to bake the paint instead of using an oven. That's interesting. I use a New Wave oven. That's what I bake my reborns in. Okay, that's cool. That's a different idea. And that's kind of, I guess, one of the old school type ways, I guess, before they started using the ovens. Where did my Mod Podge go? I have a bottle of Mod Podge somewhere. Don't mind my big old butt. Looks bigger on camera than in real life. I'm kidding. It looks big all the time. Doesn't matter. What? Doesn't matter. I had a bottle of Mod Podge and I don't know where it is. I don't want to waste my E6000 on a passy clip. My passy clip broke. My Pooh Bear broke off the passy clip. This was made for me by Cat's Reborn Cradle, I think it was called. Cat. She's from the US. Beautiful lady, wonderful lady. She's an artist now. Like she started painting just after me, I guess. Yeah, probably about, I guess it would probably have been about 6 months or maybe a little bit more than that after I started reborning. She started reborning. And I won. She was going to do giveaways. Well, not so much giveaways, but she was going to choose one person that commented regularly. And she chose me that month, and I got this passy clip, handmade Pooh Bear passy clip, because she knows I love Pooh Bear. Leslie, yes, Elena, she wouldn't eat the tacos last night, and I didn't think she would eat tacos last night for dinner. I really didn't, because what 3-year-old likes tacos? I mean, some do, but so what I did was I made her 4 little popcorn chickens, some French fries, and then I gave her in a bowl, I gave her some taco meat, and then I gave her some mandarins in a little cup, some already like a fruit cup of mandarins. So she liked that. It's really bothering me that I can't find my Mod Podge. Guess I'll have to use the E6000. I hate using the E6000 though if I don't have to. I prefer to use it for my passies. So I'm just going to put a blob of this on here and glue this back on so that I can start using this passy clip at some point for a baby of some kind. So I did hear from Tanya from Dolly Day's Nursery. That is the artist that is reborning Nino, my Nino kit that I won from the Reborn Life magazine. She is going to be, she said she was starting on it's, because I don't know if it's going to be a boy or if it's going to be a girl, but she is starting on its hair in the next few days. So yay! So Nino will probably be home in the next, I'd say, month max, probably. Because I know Tanya has a full-time job and like she works and she reborns. So her reborning is on her own personal time. So some of us at times don't get much personal time. I don't know about you. I know for me that's the way it is. I don't get much personal time. So I try to get more personal time, but sometimes it's harder than other times. Like right now, we've got Elena for a few days. I don't know how long, but we have Elena for a few days. I asked John to take her out today so I could make this live because I knew that if she was home, like here, she'd be grandma, 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 grandma from the door the whole time. So, and she knows how to open the door to my nursery. She doesn't open the door to my nursery, but she does know how. But she doesn't dare do it because she knows that she's not allowed to open my nursery door and come in here unless she comes in with me, which is nice. So, oh my goodness. Oh, this stuff's stinky. We don't need much. Just need a little glob. We've flattened out this package a little bit. I have really squished it. Okay. So I hope everyone is doing good, having a good week so far. Today's only Tuesday though, beginning of the week, right? Okay, I'm not seeing any comments other than Leslie. Thank you, Leslie, for commenting. But yeah, she didn't eat the taco meat at all. I didn't think she'd eat the taco meat last night though, because she doesn't really like she's not a big meat eater. She's never been a big meat eater. So I kind of had a feeling, so I prepared in advance because, 3-year-olds aren't big taco eaters. Well, some are, especially if you live in Mexico. Hi, Connie Tree. Welcome to our second ever live, but first one of 2021. Yes, first live of 2021, and I plan to try and do a live every month. Yes, sirree, Bob. All right, I'm going to grab a baby. Let's see, who should we grab? Who should we grab? We're going to grab little Noah. There's little Noah. We'll grab him for now because I just feel like holding, bounce the table. All right, holding the baby. So this is little Noah, and Noah is a preemie, and Noah is the Noel sculpt. I don't know who his artist is though, or much about him. He has painted hair. Yeah, I'll show you up closer. He has beautiful painted hair. You can see that. I've never tried Gorilla Glue. No, Leslie, I haven't. Not on the Reborn stuff or anything to do with the Reborn stuff. I've only been using the E6000, and then I did have a little bottle of Mod Podge, so that works. That's pretty good kind of glue too. So yeah. So You might hear my son leaving for work soon. So he's headed off to work. Thank you, Connie. Yeah, he is cute. He's just a little tiny preemie guy. He reminds me, he's got these little frown lines on his forehead that he kind of looks grumping like that. Now, my grandson Benjamin, he didn't really do it, or maybe we just didn't pay attention and notice it when he was this age. But when he got starting to crawl, and he started crawling around, you'd say something to me like, "Hey, Benny," and he'd go, and he'd just like crunch up his little face and like just glare at you for a minute. So that reminds me of Benjamin. Yeah. So he's kind of my little Ben baby. I have a baby for each grandchild that reminds me of each grandchild. But shh, don't tell my one son. My oldest, I have two sons named Andrew. My older Andrew is my biological son, and my younger son Andrew is my stepson. And so my older son Andrew told me, "Don't be making a doll that looks like my son." Okay, I won't make one that looks like your son. But I bought one that reminds me of Ezra. And I have him that reminds me of Benjamin. And then I have little baby Silas, who's a preemie, and he reminds me of Atlee. How's Harold? Who's Harold, Leslie? I'm not sure who Harold is. Oh, you might hear my stomach growl. All of a sudden my stomach's making noise. But I'm not sure who Harold is. So, why is my video doesn't look very clear, does it? On my tablet. But it looks really clear on my cell phone, but not so much clear on my tablet. So maybe I should do some creasing. Do you think we should do some creasing? The only thing is, if we get into creasing, we can't read the comments as much. It was easy. But the comments are quiet right now. So yeah, he's just a little tiny preemie guy. Look at that. His little preemie sleeper fits him perfect. So, and when my grandson Atlee was born, preemie clothes, he swam in preemie clothes. So the little one that I have over there is the Blessing Sculpt by Marita Winters, and it is so tiny that preemie clothes are actually really, really big on him, which is so cute. So yeah. So John made me that drying rack to use when I first started reborning. That was something he wanted to make for me. I wanted to go buy a drying rack, and he's like, "Oh, I'll make you one," and he made me that drying rack, which I'm glad. I told him I wanted it to at least hold 2 kits. Oh, Harold, Elena's doll. Elena's doll's name is Carl. Oh my gosh, Carl's downstairs in my room right now. Grandpa was babysitting Carl earlier. She brought, Grandpa's laying there scrolling his phone, and she brought Carl in, plopped Carl onto his stomach, and said, "Here, Grandpa, I need you to babysit. I'm going to work." And off she went to work. Oh, hello, good morning. It's here it is 2 p.m., 2:22 p.m. But good morning to Lavender in, I think AZ is Arizona. Awesome. Well, you are in Ontario, Canada right now. That's where we live, is in Ontario, Canada. And yeah, it's not a bad day here. Yeah, Carl. Yeah, the famous Carl. He's just a little tiny preemie. Well, he's more of a smaller preemie than even, like, preemie clothes fit him really big, little Carl. But he's the perfect size for my 3-year-old granddaughter. And like, Carl goes everywhere Elena goes, except he didn't go to the park with Grandpa today because the ground is still kind of damp because we've been having rain off and on. And I just, sometimes Carl ends up on the ground. When you got to ride a slide, things take priority. And Grandpa doesn't really like to hold Carl all that much. Carl creeps Grandpa out. Especially, he's got those 3/4 little limbs, and his legs will end up sometimes backwards and stuff. And it really creeps out Grandpa when his legs are backwards. Yeah. He likes the ones that don't do that, but hers does that because she needed a tiny baby. But yeah. So, oh, look at this little guy. He's so cute. He has a really, really cute sculpt, this Noel sculpt. I don't remember who it's by, though. I purchased him from my friend Lana at Nietzsche Nursery. Now, she did not make him or paint him, but she had purchased him for her mother, and her mother decided to sell him on to a new mom. So I saw him at Lana's house when I stopped there to pick up my little tiny silicone, and I saw him and I was like, oh my goodness, he's cute. I really like him. So it took me a little while to save up the money to buy him because I had to, you know, I had to resave again. So I finally was able to purchase him. He's so cute. Oh, Leslie, that's nice. The Sifton Bog. I went there with Jessica and James. We took a walk there the one day. It's a nice little walk out into all through the bog area on the boardwalk. I like walking on those boardwalk things. They're really cool. John and I went, we headed towards Godrich, and on the way to Godrich, it's just basically, it's like a chunk of property that is owned by by the crown land, but they've done like a nature walk all the way through it, and it was really beautiful out there. And we only got to do one loop of the walk, and then there's another, like there's the main loop, and then we did the little loop off of the main loop, and then there's another loop off the other side of the thing. So yeah, we only got to do one small loop of it, and we had to have been in there for around an hour-ish. And the dog, like my littlest dog, he was like getting pooped out. He was too tired, and we had to go back to the car because he was just way too tired to keep walking. So yeah, or I would have had to carry him, and I didn't want to carry him at all. I just don't like carrying him, especially in the spring, because he's always like damp and wet and stinky. Smells like a dog. I hate the smell of wet dog, even if it's a fresh wet dog. I don't even like when they first have a bath. I don't like the way they smell. I'm weird. Oh, you saw a deer. Oh wow, that's beautiful. It's awesome that we can see deer in the city. It's strange that we can see deer in the city, but it's awesome that we can see deer in the city. That's really cool, isn't it? That we can go into the little chunks of forest that we have throughout our city and see deer. John and I went one night for a drive up into a neighborhood in Byron, and it was garbage, like that people are putting out the big stuff, that you want to pass on to somebody else, somebody could get it from you. And John was looking for anybody putting out any old hard drives, or any old computers towers, that's the word, not hard drives, computer towers, so he could take them for parts and stuff like that, get the little fans and stuff and things like that out of them. And so we were watching for anybody putting out an old computer that was for garbage. And we went up this one little street, and we literally had to stop driving and wait for like 6 female deers to walk in front of our car. They were gone. Connie Tree says, I have a preemie. Her name is Fiona. She is the Tink Sculpt. Oh, wow. I painted 2 Tink Sculpts. Yep. And the first one I painted, and I made it for myself. And then I don't know why, but I chose to sell her. And it was a girl. And then I the lady that I sold her to bought another, or asked me to paint her another tink so she could have them as a set of twins. So I did. I made a second tink and made her a set of twins, and they turned out beautiful. They were really cute twins. So, hi Tilly, nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So I don't know how long I will have before John and Elena end up back here. Since I did send them off, I got her all ready, sent her with a snack and a sippy cup, and got her dressed and ready to go with Grandpa. And he was going to take her, he loaded her, she has a little green Jeep that she drives. We have a hand remote control that we can use in case you can stop her if she's not listening, to cross the street or something. You can stop it with the remote. And you can also steer when they're not very good at steering. So yeah, we bought that for Christmas, not 2020 Christmas, but 2019 she got it for Christmas. And so he put it in the back of the car, and the two of them went to this park. It's called Pinafore Park, and it has a nice trail, it's about like a good sidewalk width, but it's just flat pavement, not with the bumps in the sidewalk or anything. So she's gonna drive around the park, and Grandpa's gonna walk, and then they're gonna come back and at some point. So I don't know when some point will be. They left just before 2ish, because I told John that I was going to do my live at 2. So he decided that we were taking Elena yesterday, and I totally forgot that I had said I was going to do a live on Tuesday. So I said to him, well, I have a live scheduled for Tuesday, and I even put on the community wall when the live was going to be. I said, so I can't go against it now. I have to do the live, so you're going to have to watch Elena and do something with Elena. So he's like, okay. Oh, I bet yeah, you're right, Leslie. She's probably having a blast. You can guarantee she's having a blast. Grandpa's probably pooped out already because she wears them out pretty quick. She wears both of us out pretty quick, but she wears him out really quick. Yeah, he's probably watching his stocks on his cell phone while he follows her around while she drives her Jeep. But at least at this park, he doesn't have to worry about any streets or anything like that. Why did I just hear a door? Uh-oh. I hope my cat's not locked in the bedroom. I just heard a door, the movement of a door, which usually means the cat's locked in a room. But my son's gone, and John's not here. So, and it was a bedroom door down the hall. So I have a feeling my son probably had his bedroom door open. The cat probably went in. He got ready for work and didn't know the cat was even in there. And then he left and locked her in his room. That's probably what happened. Because she's bad for that. Going into people's rooms and then getting locked in. Bonehead. Yeah. So, yeah. So there's Mr. Noah. I just adore him. I know I should probably be painting, but I don't know. I don't feel like it. So, anybody got any questions they want to ask? Go ahead and ask in the comments. Ask away. Yep, just ask away. I know I'm going to put him down and grab a different baby. Put you back. And I'm going to grab this little darling. And she's still wearing her outfit from last week's Theme Thursday. And this is the Charlotte Sculpt. And I did it again. There we go. This is the Charlotte Sculpt. And I'm pretty sure that, she's cute. Adorably cute. She won't... This is my other baby's outfit she borrowed. But she's absolutely beautiful. She's a gorgeous baby. Beautifully painted. Beautifully rooted. Her hair is beautiful. She is beautiful. Look at that face. Let's take that passy out. But I just can't seem to bond with her. I don't know why. Just can't seem to bond with her for some weird reason. So I have decided I was going to sell her, but before I actually officially decided to sell, whether to sell her or not, um, one of my subscribers got messaged me and said, if you're going to sell her, I want to buy her. So I messaged her back and said, yeah, okay, if you want to buy her, just let me know when you're ready to buy her, and she's all yours, and you can buy her. So yeah, she is going to purchase her, as far as I know. I don't know if I haven't seen her in the list yet in the chat room, in the chat, but yeah, so she is going to be adopted by one of my subscribers. Yay! Which is awesome. But yeah, so I am going to be getting her ready to go up for or go home with her at some point. I also still have the one twin A completed, or not. I didn't complete her, but she's a completed twin A. Um, she's coming home with all the outfits that I received her from her box opening, and a couple extras that I sent. I put in with her for her. So yeah, she's ready to go and be adopted. So if you're interested in a twin A, I have one listed on Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns on Facebook, my page. I think I posted her to Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns too. Also on Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns on Facebook, the page, the sale page, there's still lots of blankets for sale and outfits. If you're interested in any of those outfits, there's still quite a few of those outfits left up for sale. So, yeah. So, if you're interested in any of that, just let me know. Just send me a message on Facebook. Yeah. Through the page, you can send it to me, or through my private Facebook, which is Tammy Anderson. You can also message me through there. So, yeah, my last name on Facebook is Anderson, because that's John's last name, and what I will be changing my name to once we actually officially get married, once COVID lets us. And then, yeah, it's hard to get married, and you can say, oh, I'll just have a couple people at your wedding. We have 7 children, and 5 out of the 7 children have partners, like husbands. Ooh, oh, that's not good. There we go. My A6000 tube has a leak spot. So anyways, it was leaking out on my table, which is not good. So anyway, oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. When we want to get married, but when you have 7 children, they're the most important people you want at your wedding, your 7 kids, because we're, combining 2 families, and we'd like our children with us when we get married. I'll be honest, nothing against anybody else. I'd love to have a big wedding and have lots of friends there, aunts and uncles and cousins, and have a nice, beautiful wedding and have a cool party. But right now, John and I want to get married. That's the most important bottom line. We want to get married. But the only people that mean anything to us, to really, like, not the only people that mean anything to us, everybody means something important to us, but the people that are most important that we really, really want at our wedding are our 7 children, of course, then their partners, and then our 4 grandchildren, or any more that we might possibly have by the time we get married. To us, that's what's important, is having our close, immediate family all together. And with 7 children and then 5 partners, that's 12 people, like guests, plus then the 4 grandchildren. That's 16. And then John and I, that's 18. We're 8 above what we're allowed to be gathered in a group indoors of 10. So we can't do it without not having some of our children there. And we don't want to do it without our children. To us, that's the most important bit, is all of us being together and having our children witness us get married. So we haven't got married yet. So my legal last name by ID is Fletcher, but my Facebook is under Anderson. So I've been using Tammy Fletcher Anderson quite a lot on stuff, especially packages if I'm having them sent, because if I don't get the package at the door and it gets taken to the post office, I have to have ID to be able to pick up my package. And I don't have ID in Anderson yet, but if I show that it says Fletcher Anderson, then they told me they'd still do it. They'd let me have it. So I was like, okay. Crazy. Yeah, Leslie, you're right. A lot of couples I've seen had to postpone their weddings. My daughter included. Jesse and James were supposed to get married this, was it? It was coming up. Like, I think it was in May or June. I can't remember when they had scheduled it. And they've changed it to, they're getting married October 22nd, 2022. Because they want it to be 2222. So it's going to be a tutu wedding. Yeah. So, yeah, that's when they're going to get married now, is in October 2022. So, not this year, next year. So, but John and I still want to get married. And Caitlin and Sebastian are engaged. Jesse and James are engaged. So we have a whole lot of us that want to get married, and we're having difficulty getting married. And John and I also, like, you can order your marriage license online, but the problem is when you've been divorced once, you have to get another paper from the courthouse that says that you're legally and properly divorced. I guess, I don't know, but you have to give it to the minister or the pastor or the judge or whoever's marrying you. You have to give them this extra form saying that you are legally able to get married. And I don't know if you can get that form online or not. So yeah, that's something we'd have to look into if we were to do it online. So, but yeah, not fun. Everything is online now. I hate that. Everything's online. Like, and here in Ontario, the government makes me laugh my butt off, because they just sent out, I did my census. Yes, I did my census, but they sent out one for traveling. Go do a survey for traveling, where you traveled in the last year. Hello, you locked us down last year in March 2020. You locked us down, and you've been yanking us in and out of lockdown since March of 2020. How much traveling do you think any of us have been doing? Since we're not even supposed to go visit our family. Yes, I traveled from here to Muskoka, but I didn't travel from here to Muskoka for a vacation. I went there, one, to drop off Christmas presents to my grandchildren because I couldn't visit them. And then the second reason I went was I went in February or December last year. I went to Muskoka, drop off gifts, and come back home. Just so I didn't have to ship the gifts, I dropped them off instead. And then we went up for a few days, like this month, or in April, but that's because my mother passed, and we had to go have a little wake, like our own little private family funeral type thing. And so it's like, where do you think anybody traveled Like, seriously, you want me to waste my time going online to fill out some stupid survey? Okay, I'll wait till next time. It's like, your family's been chosen to do this for what? We haven't been anywhere. We haven't gone on any trips. There's been no trips, no nothing, no fun. You took all that away. No fun to be had. Yeah, Leslie, our government. Like, yeah. Yeah, my son was like, Mom, I got to do my census. I'm like, no, you don't. You live in this household, so you don't have to do the census. We did the census, and we just include you in our census. And he's like, oh, okay. I said, but when you live on your own, and you're not living in our house, then you'll have to do your census eventually, but not right now. But yeah, so stupid. So yeah, so what I'm working on right now is, oops, nothing didn't stay where it's supposed to, is twin A is, I'm working on getting her, or his, I should say, this one's going to be a boy. I'm working on getting that baby. How can I do that? Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, maybe right there will work. Yeah, that'll work. I got to work on getting the creasing done on this baby, but I'm running out of creases mix. And I literally buy this stuff, this little stuff here. It says creases mix. I know how to find it in the store, but I'm unsure of which creases mix this one is on the McPherson's website, because I have another creases mix here that I don't really, this other creases mix, I don't really, well, I don't like it as much as, is that it? No, maybe purple, brown, maybe that's it. Yeah, this, I think this is the other creases mix. And I don't, this is not a bad color for creases mix, but I prefer this darker one, and then I just put it on very, very lightly and spread it out. So that's my darker creases mix, and I really like this one. And I want to order it, but I'm so scared of screwing up and ordering the wrong the wrong creases mix. But oh, I hear a car door. I hope it's not little Miss Gabby Goo coming back quite yet, but oh well, if she's back, she's back. She may come in and disturb our video, so she might. Grandpa might be able to keep her away, but highly doubtful. He can't keep her away from me very much, because she is a grandma's girl. 100% a grandma's girl. Yeah. Yeah, so I am going to sell this little one. Oh, and I am reborn expecting, I hope. I don't know. Don't tell John. But I purchased a new doll. He gave me the money to get a new doll. And I purchased a new doll. And the seller seems like she's an upstanding gal and everything. And that she's going to send me my baby. But I paid for it last night, and I haven't heard from her yet today. But that doesn't mean anything. She could have been busy this morning. She got the baby packed up, got it ready, and just hasn't made it to the post office yet. And there's no point texting me until she's made it to the post office. So I'm not going to freak out until I haven't heard anything, like by end of day. If it starts getting late today, then I might message her and say, what's going on? Did you ship the baby yet? I mean, I paid you. So we'll see. And so I did buy it, and it's an awake baby, and it's from a Canadian artist out on our west coast, out in BC. So yeah, and be exciting to be able to share, pardon me, her nursery name with you, like her once I get the baby from her. I don't think she actually has a nursery. She's reborning and she's just selling on Facebook. So like I don't think she doesn't have an actual like nursery name like some of us do. Like I've got Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns, which started out that was my channel name for YouTube, and it just carried on to be my name for my reborning as well, because I started Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns before I started reborning, because I started Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns YouTube channel. It'll be 4 years this coming October. I'll hit my 4 year, because it was 2017. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, so this is 4 years coming up in October. So it's 4 years for that. And then in September, I'll have been reborning reborns for 3 years. Time flies when you're having fun. Like, holy, I didn't realize that much time has actually gone by. It's been quite crazy. And yes, this baby here is super sweet. She really is super sweet. But I just can't seem to, I don't know. There's something that's just stopping me from bonding with her. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But we get that way with certain babies. Sometimes we bond with them and other times we just don't. And I'm just not bonding with her. No, I'm not. Yeah. But she's so cute. She is so cute. And she sits really nice in your arms. She snuggles in quite nicely. Her little hand right here at her face. So, well, we have been live now for 52 minutes. About 50 minutes with people. There was about 2 minutes that there was nobody in here. I had a heck of a time getting my camera right, straightened up. It's going to be a funny video when I let it upload. It's going to be quite funny. Matilda is not traveling anymore. She is home with Annette. She does occasionally go, she did go to, or I guess Annette went to a friend of hers place that lives in Australia as well. And Annette spent the weekend or something and left Matilda behind for a little while and then got her back. But yeah, Matilda is home. But Mateo is still traveling. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to be going to my friend Leslie's place soon. And Leslie will have him. Hopefully she'll do some videos with him on her YouTube channel. And her YouTube channel is, I think it's like God's Little Miracles or something like that. I'm not really positive. I can't remember. She changed the name of it. I think it's God's Little Miracles or something of that sort. So yeah, anyways, Leslie is going to have Mateo at some point soon, I think. Because Annette had mentioned that on her live video on Thursday. I think it was this Thursday. She told Leslie that Mateo will be coming to you soon. So Leslie was excited about that. Yeah, Leslie is also, she's the one buying Tatiana, my very first reborn that I ever bought. She's the one that the YouTube channel started with her. Just her. Well, actually, I think I started the YouTube channel right after I got my second baby, because I didn't feel right doing it with just one baby. I thought I needed more than one baby on my channel. So I got Tatiana in summer of 2017. I bought her from McPherson's at and she's made by Shelley Marie, which is my teacher that taught me how to reborn. And well, she taught my class that I took. Um, so she made her, and then I bought her. So like I think it was in June, I bought her, and then October of 2017, they have the London Doll and Teddy show every October and April, and I didn't know about it until October's show coming up, because when I was at McPherson's buying Tatiana, she Brenda told me about the doll show in October. So I was like, oh, that's exciting. So I went to the doll show in October, and it was my very first doll show. And I purchased my second baby, which she was the Ellie. I think it was Ellie sculpt by um, Olga Aver or Olga Auer. Um, and I bought her from a beautiful woman, a beautiful artist that lives here in Ontario. Um, she only lives a couple hours away, about 2 hours away for a drive, approximately, um, away from me. And her name is Nancy Karani, and she has Karani's, I think it's Karani's Reborn Nursery. And so I bought her off her, and her name was Amberly. That's what I named that baby. So I had started my YouTube channel with Tatiana and Amberly. They were my first babies. And then the following April, I purchased a baby that I have now sold, which was Lily. And Lily was the Josephine sculpt by, geez, I can't remember who the Josephine sculpt's by. Cassie Brace, I think. I think it's Cassie Brace. Pretty sure it's Cassie Brace. Anyway, I purchased her, and then I bought a doll for my daughter. Arranged it through a friend, and then I purchased another baby for my mother-in-law through that same friend. I just had, I got my daughter a doll from her. I thought, well, maybe she might have another doll for sale. When we needed one for my mother-in-law for her birthday. My mother-in-law has schizophrenia, and she absolutely adores her doll. Yeah. She has had him now since 2018. She's had her doll, and she just adores him. Yeah, she absolutely adores him. And John's sister said it calms her sometimes. Like if she's really upset, it actually calms her. So, which is awesome, really awesome. So yeah. So, and then my collection has just been growing since then, and growing a lot, as a matter of fact. And then when I decided to try to save up to get my little silicone, who was very, very expensive because she is made by Noemi is how it's pronounced, I think. Noemi Art Dolls. She's a Noemi Art Doll, poured, and she was painted and rooted. I don't know if she was rooted by Noemi. I'm not positive on that. I think she was, but I'm not 100% positive on that. I know she was painted by her. She's the number 1 out of 10. So in a sense, you'd call her the prototype of that sculpt. She's the prototype. So everybody saw her after, and then wanted to purchase one of the other 9 that were poured. So that's what makes her value, like why she was so expensive, is because she's rare, very rare. There's only 9 more of her out there. So, and she's so beautiful and so sweet. Oh, she's a gorgeous little baby. She's still wearing her purple too from last week's video. We haven't really changed anybody in the nursery yet. Unfortunately, I haven't changed anybody to get them ready for Theme Thursday yet. And I don't know if I'll have time to, so this week's theme Thursday might be a changing theme Thursday because I don't know if I'll have enough time. It all depends on when Elena decides she's going home. Because it's up to her whether she goes home or how long she stays, kind of thing. Because she is supposed to be, her dad picks her up Saturday for the weekend because he works Friday night till 11 at night, so he just picks her up on the morning. Yes, thank you, Leslie. give me some thumbs ups. But yeah, she's it all depends. Like, she might stay the all week until Daddy's weekend and spend the weekend with Daddy and then go home on Sunday. I don't know. It all depends on when Elena decides that she's had enough of us. Basically, it's like, okay, I've had enough of Grandma and Grandpa. I want to go home and be with my mom. So she does do that on occasion. But well, I should probably get off of here because I'm sure that John and Elena will be back anytime now to drag me off somewhere. I'm sure. They took me kite flying yesterday. Luckily, a couple of years ago, I had bought some kites for my nieces, and we bought kites, and then the wind went away, and we couldn't fly the kites because there was like no wind to fly the kites. So we had the kites in the bedroom up on top of a cabinet, and John and Elena were at the park yesterday, and Elena saw somebody flying a kite, and that was it. She wanted to fly a kite, which we would have been in trouble because those aren't essential here right now. You can't get in the section to buy a kite, at all. So there's no way we could have bought her a kite. But luckily, we hadn't used the two kites that we had. They had never been used before, so we were able to pull them out of the package and go and fly a kite yesterday, and she had a ball flying a kite. She really enjoyed it, so it was a lot of fun watching her try to run and chase after I was chasing after her while she's running, trying to get the kite up in the air, and I had to keep telling her, if the kite falls to the ground, you have to stop running. Grandma can't catch up. So I can throw it up in the sky again. So yeah, she was having a blast flying kites. So today she's driving her Jeep, and yesterday she flew a kite. So we'll see how long she wants to stay, since she is having lots of fun. And I also got her some cotton candy ice cream, which is her absolute favorite now. So, but well, I know this Tammy Talks Tuesday wasn't all about reborning, but I got to show you a couple babies, and I showed you what I'm working on. So maybe next Tuesday we can add some skin tones, because I'll have the creasing done on these two, on this one, and we can add some skin tones to these babies on video next week. I think so. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed our live video. Thank you so much for coming and watching. And I see somebody has just now joined us, and we're going to leave. I am going to try again next Tuesday for a live. This week it was at 2 o'clock. Maybe I'll try for 3 p.m. next week, which would be like right now. Whatever time it is at your house right now, that's what time I will start my live next week. On Tuesday will be right at 3 o'clock instead of at 2. Well, everyone, hit that like if you liked this video. And most of all, everybody, stay safe and smile, and share a smile with a friend. Bye.